Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be.
She says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita, but definitely set this party off right. She says she wants some ready for the world, some new edition, some mini repertoire, definitely set this party off right. Yes, it will. It definitely will.
That's the Duder Podcast Slow Jam of the Week. Little Kanye and Jamie Foxx. Can't go wrong with that. I listen to this song about twice a day. Welcome back to the Duder Podcast. Great, well, I guess now second segment. We broke it down into three tonight. Could anybody hear a word I just said?
Yeah, barely.
Okay. Sorry, my mic was up in my head here.
Welcome to Burger World.
Welcome to the world. Would you like fries with that? We're back, and we've got. I promised that I would deliver the big fella this week. By God, I came through in the clutch. We've got Jason Hale, head coach of the Antwerp Archers. Welcome.
Oh yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Well, I'm wondering if Dougie Fresh is going to come back.
Let me add to this. Coach Hale has taken number one and the best beard we've ever had on this show. By far. He surpasses me. He surpasses Coach Rakes combined. That thing is righteous. I love it.
How long you been growing that? How long you been growing that thing? Couple weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
You know, I would love to say a couple weeks, but it's probably been started about the end of track, so it's probably about April or June there. So
holy shit!
Hey,
let her go all summer.
This has been since March 8th, 1992.
That's usually about my 5 o'clock shadow. But, you know, that's usually my 5 o'clock shadow.
This has been since November 2nd, 1978.
I think I had that coming out the womb.
You know, Coach, what I like, I don't see very many grays in that. That's what I like.
No, man.
I like that.
You know, a little bit a little red, but that's all right. No, it's good to go.
You can see all my grays here. That's from having two kids and
So again, we've got Jason Hale here tonight, and Coach is a veteran to the Duder Podcast. This is your second time on, Coach?
Yes, sir. Listen about every week too.
Oh, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're not gonna sugarcoat it with you then. I mean, we will. You're going to get grilled by some serious journalists tonight.
You know, it's funny. I'm pretty excited. You know, kind of get back in the swing of things. You know, I'm enjoying vacation this week, and I was on the drive down. You know, I'm down in the Gulf Shores, and on the drive down, I stopped at this rest stop, and this dude, I'm using the restroom. This dude looks over. I'm using the urinal, and just kind of made me mad. You know what I mean? I something took over me. It was like a mean streak. I don't know, man. So, I don't know what Lynn Grohl's talking about being too nice, man. Come on, I got a reputation to uphold.
So it sounds like we've heard this story before.
It sounds like somebody, maybe we ought to get some Meat Gazers Anonymous cards made.
Yeah.
We can hand them out to people.
I think I know who the president is too.
Not only the president, but he's also a member.
Yeah.
No, so I listened last week, and Lynn's a great guy, and he's always taking care of us. And I said all the time, anytime I get a chance to get on and brag about our kids and the work they do, I'm all for it, and I appreciate you guys having me on. And Lynn does a great job of doing that for us too. So I'm always happy to help him out and help you guys out. So ready to get this thing rolling.
Well, this is great because this is the second coach of our attempt to get all 8 of the GMC conference coaches on. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about your team, the makeup of your team. What do you got coming? What'd you lose? What do you got coming back?
Yeah, we lost graduated 6, 7 seniors. Lost a couple linemen that were pretty big for us. A couple receivers and Landon Reyes and Jordan Berkeley. But, coming back, guys, it's probably the best numbers I've had in my 3 years as head coach. The best numbers we've had in my 7 years here. We're 39, 40, 41, depending when we start August 1st, we'll see. But, we got 14 seniors, which is a little unusual for us, but that's our big class with Jagger Landers, Hunter Sproles, Caden Miller, Stephon Walker, Brady Hatlevig. We got a ton of seniors in that group. And it works out pretty well with a big senior class. And then we have a huge sophomore class too. And a lot of those guys played last year. So excited to see what we can do. We've been conditioning, lifting, throwing all summer, and our attendance numbers have been through the roof. It's the best we've had in my 7 years. And guys are just excited, especially after last year, not having anything, with 7-on-7 or camp, things like that. Guys were ready to get back after it. And it's been great to see. Our energy's been great. I think the biggest thing for us where we were ahead of last year is just our team chemistry. Our guys are a good group of kids. They get along, and it's been exciting to see this summer. And I'm excited for, it's a little weird with the calendar this year. We're actually starting on August 1st Sunday because with the state putting that extra week of playoffs, we got to bump it up a little bit. So we'll start a little earlier, with the Sunday practice, but not a big deal. But I'm excited. Our guys are excited, and I'm ready to represent Antwerp. I know our guys are ready to have a successful season. I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
What does your non-conference schedule and your scrimmages look like this year?
Yeah, so we scrimmage Crestview and Fort Recovery week 1. That's August 6th or 7th there. I think it's the 6th. And then the second scrimmage, we were at home with Delphus. So that'll be a good test for us. So really, with the extra week of playoffs this year, with 16 teams getting the playoffs, 12, I don't know, whatever they're going to do. I think it's going to be 16. We only got 2 scrimmages this year. So every day in camp, starting August 1st is going to be huge for us. And then we open with Montpelier week 1. So that's going to be a big game for us. We didn't get to play them last year. So, we're a 2-win team coming off last year. So, I think they were right. They might've won a little bit more than we did, but I think it's going to be a good opener week for us. We got to be ready to play. We went up there 2-3 years ago, and it was a barn burner. We won, it was a shootout. We won by possession, and they came down, and, we've played them well in the past. They played us well. So big week 1 with playing the Locos out of Montpelier. And then we got a big week 2. We go to the Bombers there in Eden week 2. They're loaded. Coach Olwen's got them loaded with Gallahue. They got a great left tackle and the Holbert kid, and they're going to be good. But I really feel like we got some talent too, and it's you can have all the talent in the world, but it doesn't matter until you put that together. And that's really what I've tried to do this summer, and I think our guys have bought into that, and I'm excited to see what can happen. And then week 3 we got Hilltop, so we can get off to a good start hopefully, and get right into the league. And then week 1 GMC. No breaks. We got Tenora opening week, so that's going to be, we know they're going to be loaded, but we'll be ready. We'll play our game and see what we got. So we kind of start with the meat grinder with Tenora, Fairview, Wayne Trace, but I'm excited. Our guys are competitors, and I'll have them ready to go. Our coaches will have them ready to go, and I'm excited to get this thing rolling August 1st.
Coach Hale?
Oh my gosh. I hear somebody.
I thought that's the great Coach Billman. What's up, buddy?
How's vacay treating you day 1, brother?
Hey, man, I soaked up a lot of sun today, but that's all right. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's good, man.
Go ahead, Vince. What were you asking?
I was going to ask him any pregame rituals that you do for yourself.
Myself, I'm kind of, I get the same drink and same candy every week. Kind of always something I've done since college, but I get a tea and whatever. But nothing really crazy. I'm not like the great Doug Billman, and wear the same undies or socks. For that great streak they had last year. But our kids, our kids get a good routine, and that's what's important for me is making sure our guys are in a good routine, and we go from there.
Now, do you guys have like a pregame meal like the night before?
We usually just do that during like homecoming or
Yeah.
homecoming or rivalry week. So we don't do it every week, but that's we do that just for homecoming or big games. Yeah.
Go ahead, Douglas. You're up, man.
Coach, I know you're really excited. I know, being around the kids this summer, they had a really great summer. What do you love about your football team right now and where we're sitting and the strengths as you head into the season? What things are you going to really focus on, especially here once you get 2 days rolling?
Yeah.
That you're going to need to get better at.
The biggest thing I love right now is just our competitive drive, man. They want to get better. They want to compete with each other in the weight room. I kind of run things, we ran things this summer, the Coach Billman, is we were in points, accountability groups. Our guys get points for showing up, running, it's everything that we do is competition because, for me, that's the biggest thing. We've been able to compete in the game, and it just makes us better. So the guys have really bought into what we're doing. I think the buy-in's been tremendous and I've really loved to see that. And we're going to have some weapons, we got some athletes, on the outside, on the inside, run game wise, we got a sophomore quarterback that played as a freshman. He's coming off an 1,800-yard passing season, 18 touchdowns, 11 picks, as a true freshman. So, he's only gotten better, and I'm excited to put him in a position to be successful. And, the biggest thing we're going to have to get better at is shoring up our, we got to solidify the offensive line because, being a former offensive lineman, best athletes on the field, you guys know that. So I got to make sure we get our best guys up front and go from there, because that doesn't matter how many athletes you have if you don't have the time to throw or create running lanes. So it's going to start up front, and D-line, O-line are going to be a huge play for us this year, and linebackers. We have some talent in the backfield, in the wide receiving position, and the defensive backfield. So it's just going to be putting everything together and getting ready to roll, which I think our guys will be ready to go once we start August 1st.
To be totally honest, it sounds like you're ready to go right now.
Oh, dude, I'm coming off, we had a big year. We went from 0 wins my first year to 2 wins last year. We won our playoff game last year for Swainsfield Goshen, and I will never forget that last drive we took over with about 7:38 to go. Our freshman quarterback drives us down the field and throws a game-winning touchdown, and to see our guys' reactions, our guys' faces, just after that win was why we coach, man. That's why I'm here. 7-3 for Coach Billman. It's to see the kids have success, and we got that win. Then we were able to get Hilltop, and we actually played really well the first half of the Lipstick game, our second week of the playoffs last year. We threw a pick right for half, pick 6, and that really hurt us. But I was happy to see that, and we improved. My biggest thing last year was we got better each week, and the guys played hard each week, and that's what's important to me, that we keep getting better each week, and we did. And oh man, I'm ready for August 20th. I'll tell you that. I'm ready to get this thing going week 1.
I think, Coach, and I think you certainly can probably see this, is once you get a little bit of taste of success, especially when you have young kids, and you guys played a bunch of young kids last year. And like you said, you get a playoff win against Waynesfield Goshen, a team at 5-1. Once you see that little success, and I think you're seeing that with these young kids, is they want to get back at it and go and try to get better and to build upon that. And I think that's probably what you're starting to see, and that excitement starting to build with things again.
Yeah, absolutely. We played a ton of sophomores last year, and those juniors that played last year are seniors now, and they're going to be our playmakers. With Jagger Landers, Hunter Sproul, Stephon Walker, Caden Miller up front, Brady Hatlovig. We have some talent, and it's just going to be putting it all together. And that's going to be the big thing. But the biggest thing I saw this summer was our guys lifted their butts off, man. We worked hard, and that's something you don't always see. Some workouts, I get it, guys want to do their own thing, but we had great attendance. Guys were there, and it was just great to see. We put them through some tough workouts this summer, conditioning, and we're at a good spot. We got this week off, get their legs ready to go, and because I told them, enjoy the week, because once we start August 1st, it's gonna be a meat grinder, and hopefully we go 10 plus weeks, and we want to have a great season. So I'm excited, and I think the guys are excited to get this thing going. It's going to be like you said, you have a little bit of success that makes coming into practice that much more, that much more fun. When we're doing our drills, we pay attention to the little details. And, in the 10 days we've had this summer, we're way ahead of where we were last year with our little details, the little things winning those games. And I'm excited. So, it's a testament to our coaches. They're doing a great job, and I'm excited.
Have you guys went to any 7-on-7s yet?
Yeah,
summer?
we actually so we had a home one. We went against Fremont, Indiana there, and North Central. That was pretty good for us. We went up to Evergreen, played them. They were pretty good. Then we actually went over to Hicksville there. Coach Lucas had us over, which was the Hicksville 7-on-7. We went 3-2 in pool play. And then we beat Evergreen, or we beat Eastside there to take third. So it was a good turnout for us. It was a long day. And Coach Lucas runs a great tournament. It's a great way for us to go get reps over there. And then we actually, it was kind of cool, guys. We went down and we took a couple vans and went down and got to play against my old high school head coach and my old offense coordinator back where I'm from, around Norwalk area. And, it kind of closed out our summer, and that was a good bonding trip for our guys. So I was pretty excited to see that. And, we did really well down there, and it was a good close to the summer. So we got back, and the guys understood what we put the time in this summer, and they're going to be ready to go August 1st.
Coach, talk a little bit about your numbers. What do your numbers look like this year?
Yeah, we're 38, 39, 40. You get into camp, you got a couple more that come out or a couple that drop off, but this is the best we've had, in my 7 years. And, I think it's just, the biggest thing to me is, we had success. People want to say, oh, you guys only won 2 games. Shit, that's a big 2 games for us. Coming off a 0-1 season, we won 2 games last year. That's huge. That gave our guys a bunch of confidence. That gave me, I was, as soon as we were done with week 10, I was ready to go, right away. And you don't always get that, and it's, and it's obviously a lot different when you got talent coming back, and I'm excited. And, we got the pieces, and we just got to put it together. So I think our guys, our numbers are good. I think the big thing is our guys are close to good chemistry. And, we got, like I said, we got a big senior class. We got a big sophomore class, and we got, I think 10 or 11 freshmen that came out this year. So another big class. And, we had our junior high camp here. We got 27 plus in the junior high. So our numbers are good right now, man. And I'm excited to keep building this thing, and it starts with our mini program, grades 3 through 6, doing flag football. Coach Billman's been a part of that, getting them going, teaching them the fundamentals, and I got some other guys that help me there. Kyle Zartman helps me do my minis, and we get to junior high and then high school, because it's been good to see. So, it takes all levels, and I'm excited that we got great numbers and we can keep building this thing.
Doug, you got any more?
Yeah, absolutely.
ahead.
It's something interesting, Coach, and I know that we've kind of played them. We've played them in the past, but adding Paulding to the league, into the GMC, obviously taking Holgate's spot now. And talk a little bit about that, and just the different look in the league now, especially with some new faces on the sideline. You got Old Hat and Kenny Krause, and obviously what he does over at Tenora. Coach Smith at Hicksville, and what Lucas does over there. But then there's some new faces. I know Coach Dales is back at Ayersville, but the new look in the league with some new coaches, some guys in their second year, including some younger coaches at Edgerton and those things. Just talk a little bit about the league and what that kind of looks like, especially adding Paulding.
Yeah, I think it's a great addition for us adding Paulding, school that size. Tyler's done a great job over there with their numbers and getting guys out, and we saw them at the 7-on-7, and they look good. And so it's definitely going to be another test adding Paulding. Coach Lucas over at Hicksville always has a great program, great culture. And, he's had that since I've been around, and obviously Tenora coming back, they're going to be loaded. Coach Krause, they done things the right way for a long time, and that's with them. And, I think, it's going to be weird not seeing Coach Rakes on that sideline. I've seen him for 7 years, and, I'm pretty good friends with him too. We've seen him in track. So it'll be interesting to see what Fairview does this year. Coach Flegel at Edgerson's a great guy. We've got to know each other here the past couple of years, and they're a talented program. So, I think week in and week out, it's going to be a tough competition with every team in our league. Wayne Trace got a new coach, met Coach Holden, another great guy. So, it's going to be a dogfight each week. And I think, each coach has their program, run the right way. And, it's GMC football is a great competition, and it's a great representation of Northwest Ohio football. And I'm proud to be part of that. And what we do at Antwerp, carrying on Coach Aldemus and what he started, for 20 years. And so I'm excited, to carry that on for Antwerp, represent our community, represent our school, and go to battle each week and see what happens. And that's all I can ask for our guys to do is come in and give me their best effort each week, and we'll go from there.
Just real quick, just to throw on top of that, Coach, and then I'll let the other guys have a little bit. You talk about Coach Aldemus and bringing Coach back on the staff, and Coach Leasty, and you were a part of the program with Coach A, and how he kind of built Antwerp football, for all the years that he was there. What do you hope to put on with every young coach? You always got to have, there's something that you want to put your stamp on the program. What do you want to put on the Archer program that Coach Hale put his stamp on?
I think for me, with my former high school head coach, Coach Tegelik at Colonel Crawford, who Fairview played last, great guy, being around Coach Aldemus for 5-6 years under him, is just doing things the right way, man. We win football games, great, but I want our guys to be great leaders in the community, be great guys to be around, be a great student in the classroom. So my biggest thing is just developing a relationship with those guys. If I can get those guys come back after they graduate and still call me coach and want to come back and talk to us, great. That's my ultimate goal. I want to make them a better person, and that leads to make them a better football player, a better husband, hopefully eventually, a better employee in the workforce. So, because this game has taught me a lot, and I've been around it, a long time, playing high school, college, and now coaching under Coach Aldemus, and now, being the head coach at Antwerp. And it's a great place to be. I love the area. I love our kids, and it's just a great place to work. It's a great place to be. And if I can I think my biggest thing is if I can, I love showing up to work every day. I love being in the weight room. I love being around our guys, and I hope our kids see how excited I am. And if that can just rub off on our guys a little bit, then I'm happy about that, about being excited to just be themselves and to enjoy life, man. I think that's the biggest thing. If you can do that, then you're going to be set for the rest of your life. If you enjoy what you do, then that's what's going to make it all worth it for you.
Hey, Coach, what are your team goals for this year?
That's a good question. I think, we kind of talked briefly about it is, we want to try to, double, if not more, our wins from last year. I think we got a great shot. We got a good start, but again, we go through a little bit of a grinder in conference with, like I said, Tenora, Fairview, Wayne Trace. So, I want to show up, compete each week, hopefully, with going to 16, 12 teams now, our goal is to be one of those teams, for the playoffs. And, I think last year, I know it was an odd year, and you got those old school coaches that didn't like last year with everybody qualifying. But you know what? We played the hand we were dealt, man. We played the hand we were dealt, and we took advantage of that. And our guys got to experience a playoff win. And I want that again. That's our goal for this year. Get back there, man, and let our guys experience that again. Because, man, that gives me chills just talking about now. That little, man, it's something you can't recreate. I mean, I just can't describe it. Seriously, it's to get that win on their field at home. My first win, a playoff win. It's something that that first win is something you can't experience again. But I want to emulate that and get back to that point and just represent Antwerp the right way and let our kids have success. Coach, we had a great success in basketball. We had success in baseball, and it's all the same kids, man. And once you have success, and we won 2 games of football, carried over basketball, carried over baseball. We had good track numbers. Kids worked hard in track, so it's a process, man. It's a cycle. You have a little bit of success, like Coach Millman talks about, and kids realize that and they want to keep working. So I think that's our goals to try to get to that playoffs. We have a tough conference, but that helps us. With playing Sonora, playing Wayne Trace, Paulding, those bigger schools. We're gonna have to show up every week, and we know that. And but my main goal is to get our kids better each week and to show up and enjoy what they're doing and try to get back to where we were last year.
Now, this isn't all about you, Coach. It's about your staff, what they do, what positions they coach. Because we love assistant coaches too.
Yeah, I obviously can't do what I do without my assistant coaches. Zach Feasby, our staff. Zach Feasby coaches receivers for me, safeties, Derek Smalley, running backs, safeties, Joe Barasazzi's receivers, and DBs. Paul Cottrell coaches D-line for me. Andrew Messman is our D-line, O-line. Jared Martinez, O-line, D-line. And then Travis Lacey will be calling defense this year, and I'll be calling offense. And I'll have Drew Ultimates back for offensive assistant too. So, the biggest thing I've seen this summer is our coaches have done a great job of teaching little things, and they're great teachers. And, that's carried over into our 707s. And I'm excited to have every day to work with those guys, build great relationships with my coaches and get our kids better each day.
No, I got a couple of them off the cuff now.
Yeah.
Is your offense in football better than Doug Billman's offense in basketball?
Doug probably have more weapons. I mean, he doesn't look down that lineup. That's tough, but it's one of those things. We got some talent on the offensive side of the ball, and we got to be able to take advantage of some things. Obviously,
Hey, we're going to be using a lot of the same guys.
That's right, man. We got Jagger Landers at 6'7", Hunter Sproles at 6'2". Stephon Walker's had a good summer for us at receiver. Landon Brewer's been huge for us. Parker Moore, receiver. We're Caden Recker, receiver. We're deep at the skill position, but again, like I said, that's great. We got Carson Alston as quarterback, Reed Lacey at running back, Austin Wade at running back, another senior. But if you can't solidify up front with your offensive defensive line, it's not going to matter because you're not going to have time to throw. And I've told our guys right from day one, they best believe that I'm going to be all over them to get better up front each week because that's what's going to take. Being a former offensive lineman in college, I know how good we have to be, and I think it's we're on the cusp of being able to do that, and our guys are going to be pushed right from day one. So we definitely have the chance to be great on offense, but it's going to take guys knowing what they're doing the right things, and staying within the system, and we'll be ready to go.
Second one.
Yeah.
What about a coach not letting Luke Krause play football?
That's not
man.
Coach Billman.
No,
that's not Coach Billman.
I've heard quite different.
No, that's not Coach Billman.
Hey,
I like my basketball guys to play football. Coach Billman gets it. He was on staff with us. He's a football guy, man. I coached football. I coached football for 20 years. So
I'll give you guys a little advice. So don't let Coach Billman give your pregame speech in football because you won't get any other words in.
We know we have him on the podcast from time to time.
Yeah, that's why we only allow him on here.
Coach, I've got one more question for you, and then we got to wrap up here.
Yeah, man.
I got a question from the gallery. I had a friend ask me that knew that you were coming on this week and told me to ask you.
Yeah.
How many cannonballs did you do in swimming pools this summer?
Oh, you want the over or under?
I'd like the exact number, to be honest. I only heard about one. So.
Nah, I think I did probably about 5 or 6, and let's just, I'm obviously the largest athlete you've had on this podcast. Don't think I didn't hear that last week either. I'm definitely the largest. I'm the largest athlete, but let's just say I take a couple gallons out of that pool when I do some cannonballs. So we'll go with 5.
Well, thanks for coming on,
hey,
Coach.
I got one more. I got one more for him. One more.
All right. Hit it.
This is your vacation week. What's your go-to drink?
They called a Doug. Coach Billman was just down here where I am. And
that's right. I left you a few, brother.
Yeah. So I'm a big little rum and Coke is my go-to. So Just like
left
Coach
you a few
Boone.
down there, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. It's always a treat when you come join the Duder podcast. Absolutely want to get you back on this season.
Absolutely,
talk to you
man.
again. Like I
Anytime.
said, you're a complete joy to have on here, and it's always good to have some laughs.
Hopefully next time I see you guys, this beard's a little bit longer and we're having a little bit of success. So we'll see then.
I can imagine it probably will be. That's Jason Hale. That's Jason Hale, head coach of the Antwerp Archers, boys and girls. So tune in next week. We've got planned to have Fairview head coach Phil Morrow, and hopefully by next week I am pronouncing his name correctly. And then we've also got Kenny Kraus. So we're loaded up next week and ready to rock. We still don't have Chris Dales locked in yet. So Lynn is trying to make that happen for us. Hopefully that happens soon. Great episode tonight. I want to thank both Jason and Coach Lucas Smith for coming on tonight. Teak, Elvis, and the elusive Dougie Fresh, who
got you, boys. Hey, it's football time, man. I'm getting excited.
He slid right in
to our
like
DMs.
he was
he's
never
back in the
not
off
here.
season, boys. He's excited.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Oh, there's the music.
Closing time.
You all know what that means.
Give me your whiskey and beer.
All right, it's not time to sing yet, Elvis. It's time for shout outs. Let's hear it. Dougie Fresh.
Closing time.
Shout out to my man, Coach Hale, man. Enjoy your vacation. Appreciate you coming on. Go Archers.
Yeah, man. Go Archers.
Sarah, you got any shout outs?
I say shout out to Coach Hale because I totally thought he was a wide receiver, not an offensive lineman. Totally shocking.
Best skill on the field is offensive lineman, so you can say I'm a receiver, but it's all right.
Best athletes, no doubt. Hey, my shout out goes to Jake and Janelle North. They're expecting a little baby boy, possibly tonight, tomorrow. Hopefully everything's healthy. And good luck.
I guess that leaves me. I want to give a shout out to Lucas and Jason for coming on tonight, Dougie Fresh for coming back, Elvis and Tara for kicking ass like they always do when they show up here every week. I appreciate all the work that they all do. Also, I got to give a shout out to Bodine and Tom, so they listen to the damn thing. So that'll do it for this installment of the Duder Podcast. We thank you all for listening. If you're listening via Apple Podcasts, we ask that you subscribe, rate, and review. Be sure to like the Duder Podcast on Instagram. Hang on a second, I lost my notes. Sorry. Be sure to like us, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to get in touch with the show, shoot us an email, duderpodcast@gmail.com. The Duder Podcast is a Beat 2K production, created and produced by myself, Rob Bailey. Executive producers are Mike Bailey, Doug Billman, and Steve Bechtel. Social media director is Tara Bailey. Hair and makeup, as always, maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, Curtis Metz. This is Beet signing off. You've been listening to the Duder Podcast.
Between the pink ones, thing. It's closing time. They bring my whiskey and beer.